Florida. You ever meet people that say Florida? You ever meet those guys? Yo, we're gonna go down to Florida. You ever meet those people? Go down to Florida? Yeah. Anyway, Florida. It's a state. In the aforementioned United States of America. There's some fucked up shit going on in Florida when it comes to the authoritarian tyrant that currently governs the state. Let's check out the latest move. The anti-freedom. Yeah, this is the same guys that are like, freedom. We love freedom here in Florida. We're pro-freedom. By the way, if you take your kid to the doctor, we're going to steal your kid from you. Florida Republicans pass a bill allowing trans kids to be removed from their families. In a state where the whole propaganda machine behind it is Florida is where freedom rings. Florida. Freedom state where if you take your child to the doctor, if you take your child to the doctor when they're sick, you lose custody. Oh, God. Dumbass motherfuckers. Florida's House of Representatives passed a bill on Wednesday that would let the state take transgender minors away from their families if they are receiving gender-affirming care. Does anyone know? Can anyone point to a moment in history, by the way, where the government went into homes and took people away? Where are they taking them, by the way? Does anyone know where they're taking them? Probably going to take them to some conversion therapy bullshit. They're probably going to concentrate them somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, it could be like an outdoor, summer camp of some kind. But does anyone, okay, step 1, your kid is sick. Step 2, you take them to the doctor. Step 3, the doctor finds out what the problem is. Step 4, you lose your kid? Freedom, baby. Freedom. Goddamn freedom. Holy mackerel. The measure passed by a vote of 82 to 31. A previous version of the bill passed the Senate earlier this month by a vote of 27 to 12, and the amended version now goes back to the other chamber for a final vote. Governor Ron DeSantis has previously expressed support for the bill and will likely sign it into law if it passes. If it becomes law, the bill will allow the state to take custody of the child if they have been, quote, subjected to or is being threatened with being subjected to gender-affirming care. The language is so fucking insane, man. These people are dumb as fuck. This is what I talk about on the show, the fucked up freaks that control our country. 95 to 99% of Americans are insane, psychopathic, bloodthirsty zombies. Now, I know Democrats in my audience and the liberals, they're gonna, it's just the MAGAs, it's crazy. I mean, when's the last time you fucking done anything about what they're doing, right? So keep that in mind. But the idea that the word threatened makes any sense here. Imagine, theoretically, if you will, a scenario, just any scenario, where a threat is, oh, you're sick? I'm going to take you to the doctor. Oh, no! Like, what is that? Remember that SpongeBob episode, The Suds? When SpongeBob is afraid to go to the doctor even though he's sick? Right? Like, this is this is cartoonish behavior. Going to the doctor is a threat. By the way, what was the point of that episode? Is that SpongeBob finally does go to the doctor, and the ending is that doctors are good and they make you better, and you should go to the doctor. It's a kid's cartoon. It's a good message. But the idea that you would be threatened with going to the doctor when you're sick, that's insane. I mean, like, these people are fucked up freaks. That's insane. I mean, this is the same, like the freedom people. Like, I know, hypocrisy doesn't matter. Hypocrisy is a rhetorical tactic to confuse your opponent. You ever play the Pokemon series of games? Right? You know when you use the move Confusion, and then the other Pokemon is going to hit themselves because they're confused? That's what hypocrisy is for. It's to put people like me in a position where I'm like, but they said this, but, like, that's the thing you need to understand, is that hypocrisy doesn't fucking matter. They do it on purpose. It's a rhetorical tactic to confuse and distract people. Fundamentally, these people are Nazis. That's it. I mean, if you are in a position where you see this stuff and you don't understand what's happening, you're a fucked up freak. You're too dumb to live. And I'm talking to the liberals out there. I'm talking to the apolitical people. I'm apolitical. I just don't really, like, politics is just like, I don't really get it, man. I'm kind of apolitical. Well, there's Nazis kidnapping kids and throwing them where we don't know where they're going to be sent. You're apolitical. Yeah, okay, buddy. Right? They're just insane. They're Nazis. They're evil. Fundamentally, these are evil people. That's it. Full stop. There's no nuance to be had. These are evil, authoritarian tyrants. That's it. That's it. You don't need to have any sort of complex analysis of, they're just fucked up freaks. I don't know what else people need to hear. These are fucked up motherfucking freaks. Which includes puberty blockers and hormone replacement therapy. Florida courts could modify custody agreements from a different state if the minor is likely to receive gender-affirming care in that second state. Yo, what? What? What the fuck happened to states' rights, dude? I know what I just said. I mean, I know. What? Medical facilities would have to give the State Department of Health a signed attestation that they neither provide gender-affirming care to patients nor refer people to providers that do. This is like the same shit that Florida... Remember when Florida, the freedom state, by the way, freedom, let freedom reign. Right? Remember when Florida passed a law that said that if you work in the public sector, you need to swear an oath of loyalty to the country of Israel. Does anyone remember this? Marco Rubio, the senator, was like, well, we love Israel and we love them so much that every public sector, this includes teachers, this includes like garbage collectors, like part of working for the public sector is you have to sign a contract that includes a clause that you will not boycott Israel. Like, the freedom state. I know. Motherfucker, man, these guys are crazy. These guys are insane-ass motherfuckers. I don't know what else to tell you. So if you're a doctor, you gotta sign a fucking goddamn pledge. I will not help the sick. What happened to do no harm, you dumbass? What happened to do no motherfucking harm? I say this. And I know a lot of people will get triggered at the following suggestion, if you will. There's going to be a lot of people on the left that are going to be triggered by this. I suggest a general strike and or an exodus of every healthcare worker in the state of Florida. If you sign or whatever, swear to the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm, and then simultaneously say, I will do harm, you should not be a doctor. You should have your medical license revoked immediately. And the only way to do anything about this would be to just shut down all the hospitals in Florida. But what about the sick people that don't deserve it? Fuck them. I don't care. Fuck them. Now, I know. Oh, but not everyone. But what about, I say this. Also, let's do a fucking GoFundMe and get these people the fuck out of there, man. If you are trans in Florida, get the fuck out of there. But I can't. I don't have money. I'm poor. Figure it the fuck out. I know. It's not popular on the left to tell people to bootstrap their way into any or out of any situation. But I'm telling you this for your own good, okay? if you are trans and you live in Florida, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I don't care if you don't have money. Go on Twitter, do a GoFundMe, do whatever. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. That's it. I have no other suggestion for you. If you are a trans kid, get the fuck out. Ask your parents to move. If they refuse to move, find out how to emancipate yourself. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck. It's that simple. It's not a complex discussion here. Like, yes, there are poor people in Florida. There are poor trans people in Florida. And you know what you need to do? I know it'll be hard. You need to do whatever the fuck you can to get the fuck out. If I had money, I would give you money to get the fuck out. I promise you. And I have seen many times online fundraisers. If you even get like $30 from a fundraiser, that's something. That's something. I need you to get the fuck out. It's seriously, if you live in Florida and you are transgender, even if you're not out yet, especially if you're not out yet, now's the perfect time. Get the fuck out. Leave. Get the fuck out. It is priority number one. Priority number one is to get the fuck out. Same thing with the state of Missouri. The state of Missouri banned all transgender healthcare for kids and adults. Get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. Oh, my family, look, you can visit maybe, or they can visit you, or maybe they could fucking move with you. What is in Florida? Florida's not even going to exist in 40 fucking years because of fucking goddamn rising sea levels. Get the fuck out. Anyway, let's keep going. Minors who have already begun transitioning will be allowed to continue to do so, but they are no longer allowed to receive care via telehealth, including for prescriptions. What? What? Their doctors have to tell them about the risks of gender-affirming care. Yo, this idea that, like, I mean, these people, it really is, they know nothing. They know nothing. They're dumb fucks that know nothing. The idea, any medication, I'm not even talking about fucking anti-androgens. I'm not talking about hormone therapy. Any medication comes with a risk assessment information sheet. Any medication I've ever been on, I've had the doctor tell me the side effects, the risks, and I've had to sign a fucking form. That's it. The idea that anybody is walking into a fucking healthcare facility, walking out with estrogen without knowing the risks is fucking nuts. It doesn't happen. That's the thing with Republicans, is they pass bills and laws for things that don't happen. Like, imagine if we signed into law in Florida legislation, a law, this is a law, Ron DeSantis just signed it, right? Hypothetically, in my scenario, where all walking donuts must be off public premises by 3 p.m. They got a curfew. If you are a walking and talking donut, you must not be in public after 3 p.m. You might be thinking, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Exactly. They pass laws to stop things that are not happening. Nobody in the history of this entire world has ever gotten estrogen pills without a risk assessment from a healthcare provider. Now, you can buy them on the internet. That's a different story. That's not a healthcare provider. But the idea that they're going to pass a law to tell healthcare providers to do something they're already doing, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, you know? This is some dumbass shit. But anyway, there you go. Florida, not bad. Maybe I'll move to Florida. It's looking pretty good. Jesus Christ. Florida, fucking goddamn.